Blackberry.com.
Hey everybody, Kevin here for Crackberry.com at the Blackberry launch, well, Blackberry 10 launch event in New York City with Dustin here. Look at this, we've got the Blackberry Q10. Q10. Got it? Q10, that's the name. This is the full QWERTY Blackberry 10 device coming out. Here's the sister variant, that's my Z10, just so you can get a quick size comparison. Let's flip it over too. Beautiful.
Got our security latch on.
And now, Dustin, walk us through this device with us.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and, as many of you have seen, the same software that's running on the Z10. The only really difference is the keyboard itself, the physical keyboard. And so you still have your flow, right? You still have your active frames, of course your applications itself, and then you have your key adjustments. Maybe. There we go. Cool. All right. So, software-wise, it's very similar, very fluid, very solid. You just have the keyboard there.
So so the keyboard, obviously a little change from say the Blackberry Bold 9900. We're going through a straight row of keys here. We talked about that for a minute because I sat down just a few days ago with the industrial designer who worked on it, Joseph Hofer, and he walked us through some of the reasons why these changes took place. And a big part for the smiling keyboard in the past was you had to have it, right? Because you had your trackpad there, your row of buttons, and you want to maximize the keyboard space. So by putting it into that smile, it worked. Some of the buttons were different sizes than that. So with Joseph, he really, believes this is the ultimate and better keyboard design because all your buttons are going to be the same space. You actually get better muscle memory by having everything in straight rows. I've played with it a little bit for typing, and I think it's pretty good. I mean, I love the 9900 keyboard, so I feel like it's probably untoppable. Yes. But you've used this, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And how is the keyboard?
It is amazing. I've used the 9900 for a very long time. The muscle memory is still there. You have the sculpted keys. It's about 30% bigger than the 9900 keys. So it's very, very efficient and accurate.
And the response rate's really nice. The one thing I noticed with this is when you hit the keys, it's a really great feeling on the top, right? It's got the right pressure, the right speed. So for guys who love keyboards, you're not going to be disappointed, I think, is the bottom line.
Stick with the strengths, that's for sure.
And 720 by 720 display there.
Yes.
So with this device coming out a little bit later, I think that's partially to give developers time to get apps on platform with that SDK.
The only big changes between this and the Z would be the aspect ratio.
Right. So just particular apps like games might need to be re-rendered.
Sure.
If an app isn't re-rendered, will it run with black bars? If it's like a HD style, landscape game, or how does that work? Or is that something a developer would recode?
Yeah, so that's something that you would want to talk to the development community about.
Sure.
Yeah. So not one that we're really prepared to render here.
And battery door, they talked about that at the keynote today. So this has that, it's like a carbon glass weave.
It's a woven glass.
Woven glass.
Battery door will actually help out with reception even.
Okay.
But every bit of this device is attentive to detail. The stainless steel frame all the way around the device.
Right, so that's a metal frame on the device.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You have the stainless steel frets that are actually form fit to the device itself, all the way down to the stainless steel fret on the back that actually is lifted a little bit to protect.
Right, that makes sense. Cool. And NFC obviously under the battery door.
Absolutely.
Do we know what size of battery is in this?
We're not announcing that.
Okay. So here's the spec sheet for everybody if you want to zoom in on it. So we've got 139 grams, 3.1 inch Super AMOLED, 720 by 720. It's got the 2 gigs of RAM, same processor. Like you said, it's really the Z10 specs all the way through. Different form factor for those who want a physical keyboard. And I'm liking the Q10 name. It's kind of funny. The rumor for a long time was X10, which we never thought was right. The Q for QWERTY. So it totally makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. All right, that's it for this one. Thanks for the help walking through the Q10. No problem. And keep it locked to Crackberry for a lot more coverage on this Blackberry as we learn more about it. We want it in our hands.
I promise.